Benefits of reading books, how it can positively affect your life. Reading strengthens your brain. A growing body of research indicates that reading literally changes your mind. Using MRI scans, researchers have confirmed trusted source that reading involves a complex network of circuits and signals in the brain. As your reading ability matures, those networks also get stronger and more sophisticated. Researchers used functional MRI scans to measure the effect of reading a novel on the brain. Study participants read the novel Pompeii over a period of 9 days. As tension built in the story, more and more areas of the brain lit up with activity. Brain scans showed that throughout the reading period and for days afterward, brain connectivity increased, especially in the somatosensory cortex, the part of the brain that responds to physical sensations like movement and pain. Increases your ability to empathize. And speaking of sensing pain, research trusted source has shown that people who read literary fiction stories that explore the inner lives of characters show a heightened ability to understand the feelings and beliefs of others. Researchers call this ability the theory of mind, a set of skills essential for building, navigating, and maintaining social relationships. While a single session of reading literary fiction isn't likely to spark this feeling, research trusted source shows that long-term fiction readers do tend to have a better developed theory of mind. Builds your vocabulary. Researchers have found trusted source that students who read books regularly, beginning at a young age, gradually develop large vocabularies. And vocabulary size can influence many areas of your life, from scores on standardized tests to college admissions and job opportunities. Reading books is the best way to increase your exposure to new words, learned in context. Helps prevent age-related cognitive decline. The National Institute on Aging trusted source recommends reading books and magazines as a way of keeping your mind engaged as you grow older. Although research hasn't proven conclusively that reading books prevents diseases like Alzheimer's, studies trusted source show that seniors who read and solve math problems every day maintain and improve their cognitive functioning. And the earlier you start, the better. A study conducted by Rush University Medical Center found that people who've engaged in mentally stimulating activities all their lives were less likely to develop the plaques, lesions, and tau protein tangles found in the brains of people with dementia. Reduces stress. A group of researchers measured the effects of yoga, humor, and reading on the stress levels of students in demanding health science programs in the United States. The study found that 30 minutes of reading lowered blood pressure, heart rate, and feelings of psychological distress just as effectively as yoga and humor did. The authors concluded, since time constraints are one of the most frequently cited reasons for high stress levels reported by health science students, 30 minutes of one of these techniques can be easily incorporated into their schedule without diverting a large amount of time from their studies. Prepares you for a good night's rest. Doctors at the Mayo Clinic suggest reading as part of a regular sleep routine. For best results, you may want to choose a print book rather than reading on a screen, since the light emitted by your device could keep you awake and lead to other unwanted health outcomes. Doctors also recommend that you read somewhere other than your bedroom if you have trouble falling asleep. Helps alleviate depression symptoms. British philosopher Sir Roger Scruton once wrote, "Consolation from imaginary things is not an imaginary consolation." People with depression often feel isolated and estranged from everyone else. And that's a feeling books can sometimes lessen. Reading fiction can allow you to temporarily escape your own world and become swept up in the imagined experiences of the characters. And non-fiction self-help books can teach you strategies that may help you manage symptoms. That's why the United Kingdom's National Health Service has begun Reading Well, a books on prescription program, where medical experts prescribe self-help books curated by medical experts specifically for certain conditions. What should you be reading? So, what should you be reading? The short answer is, whatever you can get your hands on. There was a time when remote regions had to rely on librarians traversing the mountains with books stuffed in saddlebags. But that's hardly the case today. Just about everyone can access vast libraries contained in cell phones and tablets. If you're pressed for time, devote a few minutes daily to a blog on a niche topic. If you're looking for an escape, fantasy or historical fiction can transport you out of your own surroundings and into another world altogether. If you're on a career fast track, read non-fiction advice offered by someone who's already arrived. Consider it a mentorship you can pick up and put down when it suits your schedule. One thing to note, don't read solely on a device. Flip through print books, too. Studies have shown repeatedly that people who read print books score higher on comprehension tests and remember more of what they read than people who read the same material in a digital form. That may be, in part, because people tend to read print more slowly than they read digital content. The takeaway: reading is very, very good for you. Research shows that regular reading improves brain connectivity, increases your vocabulary and comprehension, empowers you to empathize with other people, aids in sleep readiness, reduces stress, lowers blood pressure and heart rate, fights depression symptoms, prevents cognitive decline as you age, contributes to a longer life. It's especially important for children to read as much as possible because the effects of reading are cumulative. However, it's never too late to begin taking advantage of the many physical and psychological benefits waiting for you in the pages of a good book. Keeping your brain in shape. Physical fitness gets plenty of attention, and for good reason. A healthy body can prevent conditions such as heart disease and diabetes, and help you maintain independence as you age. Mental fitness is just as important as physical fitness, and shouldn't be neglected. Including mental dexterity exercises into your daily routine can help you reap the benefits of a sharper mind and a healthier body for years to come. Mental fitness means keeping your brain and emotional health in tip-top shape. It doesn't mean training for Brain Olympics or acing an IQ test. It refers to a series of exercises that help you slow down, decompress, boost a flagging memory, mind-body connection. It's no surprise that the more you help your body, the more you help your mind. Physical activity increases the flow of oxygen to your brain. It also increases the amount of endorphins, the feel-good chemicals, in your brain. For this reason, it's not surprising that people who are in good physical shape also tend to enjoy a higher level of mental agility. Engaging in a vigorous physical workout can help you battle depression and gain a more positive outlook on life. It's also a great way to beat stress, which can harm you mentally and physically. Mental exercise is just as beneficial. According to a study in the Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences, certain memory training exercises can increase fluid intelligence, the ability to reason and solve new problems. While exercise is good for the brain and the body, so is meditation. Meditation, in conjunction with other methods, is an alternative way to treat depression. Calming the mind allows you to problem solve in a more relaxed way. Read more. Reading is great for your brain. Even as you're reading this sentence, your brain is processing each word, recalling the meaning instantly. Beyond the mechanics, reading helps you visualize the subject matter on the pages before you, and imagine what voices sound like in the written dialogue. This can also be a great relaxation technique. Reading is a great activity because it can stoke the imagination and ignite so many different parts of the brain. There are endless genres and types of reading material. It's unlikely that you'll run out of interesting things to read.